Good evening and welcome in to the Manchester Basketball Centre here in Whalley Range. We've got some WNBL Division 1 action for you today as the top of the table Manchester Mystics take on the Brent Bulls. Kaz Bullock here alongside Commonwealth Games silver medalist Hannah Shaw as we get ready to tip off. So Hannah, Manchester sitting in first place in the standings for the first time this season. Had a huge win against Kohler last weekend, 58-55. It was a Kizzy Spence 3 with 11 seconds to go that gave them the lead. And a really gritty defensive performance from both teams, but a huge win.
A huge win for this team. And if we'd have said at the start of the season, do you think Manchester will be in the first in January? I don't think I would have put money on it. But they have been playing some excellent defense. They've been holding teams. They've been having very, very close games, playing really gritty defense, as you said, and just getting it done. It's been really nice to watch.
They have, and they're going to be in the National Cup final next Sunday playing the London Cavaliers in Worcester.
Yep.
So, and for Brent, they are in 9th place, 3 wins, 5 losses, playing against Anglia Ruskin last weekend, a 66-55 loss. Kanisha White came off the bench with a double-double, 16 points and 10 rebounds, but this is a team that really... their record doesn't really reflect who they are as a team.
No, they have some experienced players on this team. They play some great basketball. And really, I think they're only just getting started. And it's nice to be in first in January, but that's not where you want to be. It doesn't matter where you are in January. It matters where you are in April.
It certainly does, as Georgia Perdomo gets things started for Manchester. And it's a quick 2-0 lead. And Georgia Perdomo playing her first season for the Division 1 Mystics this year. She's a fantastic shooter, but she's been making a real impact as well this season.
She has, and we have Alex Hernandez there right up, playing fantastic defense right up until that foul. We nearly got an 8-second call. That is what we've been seeing from Manchester, and that is what we've been seeing from Alex Hernandez since she's been playing basketball. Really tenacious defense.
Alex...
Bit unlucky with a very early foul call.
As Saruna Gudza finds herself at the foul line for Brent. Can't get the first to go. But Gudza playing in her 3rd season for Brent. She's been averaging 4.3 points per game. Doesn't get the roll. And Odin Wingy with the rebound. As Odin Wingy races down the court. Chinamasa pulls up. Doesn't get it to fall, but Odin Wingy's there for the rebound. Brent come away with the ball, but success. Odin Wingy is such a strong rebounder out there for Manchester.
A fantastic rebounder, especially as a guard. She crashes the board like nobody's business.
And that'll be the 2nd foul on Manchester this quarter, so Brent will go to the line. And Kanisha White will be shooting 2, so maybe something to look out for there for Manchester. 2 early fouls in the first minute or so.
For sure. Manchester not having Letitia Willis in, it makes them a little bit smaller. They don't have as much rotation at the big spot, so Kanisha White can really go off today. She
really can, and a double-double last weekend off the bench for White. She's been averaging just under 10 points a game as she gets Brent onto the scoreboard, and we're tied at 2-2 here. And as you mentioned, Hannah, 2 teams that haven't met each other yet this season. This game is a rescheduled game from just before Christmas when Manchester were playing in the semi-final of the National Cup. So both teams have had a good chunk of time to play to get ready for each other.
For sure. And so it's been good to see how Brent are going to look to attack this. This is great offense here, getting the ball in. Success is a fantastic defender, but can you punish her underneath because she is undersized?
As White can't get it to go. Manchester back on the attack as Odin Wingy has it. And she'll set things up here. And Manchester playing without leading scorer today, Kizzy Spence. As Odin Wingy runs into Lee, and Lee just standing in the way there to put Odin Wingy off.
Great defense. Best kind of defense when you don't have to move and you still get the ball.
Accra against Odin Wingy, balls into Lee. Lee. Not that time, and it's picked up by Hernandez. Chinamasa going to go all the way to the basket. Oh, great pass over to Hernandez.
Oh, it's a great cut. And really nice patience there from Vim.
Definitely as well.
I've been told I'm allowed to call her Vim.
Not forcing the shot with a defender in the way, or just making the space as well.
Yeah, because she had the option to go back up, circle round, get back to the rim, but no, just being patient, waiting for players to cut, and someone with the pace that Alex Hernandez has. It's just a great decision for them.
And Vim Chinamasa as well, playing in the WNBL this season. She's been 7th in assists per game. She's a really great facilitator. As Perdomo scoops it up, Idowu's there for the rebound and a second chance. And Hernandez with 5 seconds. Chinamasa, time running down, puts up a floater, doesn't fall.
Felt a little rushed in that offense there.
And White kicks it down. And 3 is good for Brent, and Eleanor Bishop gets onto the scoreboard.
It's a great find.
And that's just standard Eleanor Bishop. Hitting 3s from everywhere on court. Just a really lights out 3-point shooter is Bishop. So a 5-4 lead for Brent. Perdomo with space, looks to answer and does. And that's something you get to see week in, week out in practice for MMU, isn't it?
Oh, we don't practice that much, to be honest. But yeah, come Wednesdays, come game time, we love to see Georgia getting the ball on the 3-point line.
Accra against Perdomo. Pass is picked off by Chinamasa. Hernandez goes to the basket, and ball will go out of bounds. And that's that defense from Saruna Gudza there. Forces the ball out of bounds, doesn't commit the foul, and just makes Manchester have to reset.
Really, really good patience there. Smart. Alex Hernandez is going to have the first step on anyone, but Gudza does a really, really good job deflecting that.
Manchester ball, Perdomo into Hernandez. And Brent have it. It's a 2-point Manchester lead. And ball goes out of bounds, going to stay with Brent.
That's that classic Manchester defense, though, getting hands to everything, getting deflections, just being disruptive.
That's exactly what it is, isn't it? And not giving up any kind of easy passes, making your opponents have to reset. And Manchester with the second best defense in Division 1 this season, behind Kohler.
Not bad for quite an undersized team.
Yeah. Gudza into White. Kicks it out to Lee in the corner. Too strong, and the ball's tipped to Odemwingie. That's a 3rd rebound today in the first quarter. Chinamasa. And Gudza will be called for the foul. And that will be the first team foul on Brent this quarter. Zaza Bamiboye checks into the game for the first time, and Kenesha White heads to the bench. So Chinamasa at the foul line for 2 for Manchester. Fifth in Division 1 in assists per game this season, 3.7 a game, as she gets the first free throw. And Vim Chinamasa is a player that I think you've really seen the development of her over the last couple of years, especially in the WNBL as well. For sure, and I think with Irina Boado moving up to the SLB, that's opened that space for her to come in and be a point guard and be a really, really great attacking point guard, moving the ball, getting your teammates open, and oh, there we go. Sorry. Picks fantastic defensively as well. Another steal, and Odemwingie lays it in for 2. And just as you said, it's great when someone does exactly what you're talking about. It's a bit of a confidence boost. You do know what I'm saying. Bishop to Accra. Accra will back the ball out. It's going to stay with Brent, but again, quick hands there from Success Odemwingie. As we'll see Jasmine Pusey into the game, and Serena Gudza heads to the bench. Vanessa Accra playing in her 3rd season for Brent, previously playing for the Manchester Mystics in the WNBL. Your teammate? Yeah. She is fierce. She's such a fun rebounder.
Yeah.
And a shot clock violation. As Brent not able to get anything off in time, and it will be Manchester possession.
And Vanessa's one of those teammates that you always want to have, that she's going to dive on the ball, she's going to attack, she's going to defend. Obviously, she's going to play basketball, but she is going to always dive on the floor. She's always going to be aggressive. She's always going to do something to help her team.
And she does all that like you said, that hard work. Like, that's not always going to show up on the stat sheet.
Yeah, she might not have 20 points, she might not have 15 rebounds, but she's a real key player for you to win your games.
11-5 Manchester lead. Chinamasa, finds a path, going to take it all the way to the basket. Too much on that. But Brent need to close that gap down inside.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know why she made that harder for herself. She had the wide open left-handed layup. But I'm not one to judge.
Accra against Odemwingie. Accra pulls up for three. Doesn't go. And Chinamasa back down the floor. Chinamasa and Brent have possession. A couple of quick possessions there from both teams.
For sure. Both teams just need to find a little bit of patience. You know, I like Manchester's gambling defense, but maybe just take that extra half a second.
As Lee's blocked by Hernandez. Alex Hernandez did not want that anywhere near her. And we've got a timeout called. So 11-5 Manchester lead here in the first quarter. Just over 4 minutes to play. And Manchester spreading the scoring around, but Georgia Perdomo with 5 points so far. And for Brent, 3 points for Eleanor Bishop. And she has a couple of rebounds as well. So a good start for Manchester here, a quick start. A little bit different to the game we saw last weekend against Kohler, where it took a little while for teams to get onto the scoreboard. And for Brent, 5 points in the first few minutes or so. What do you want to see from them to kind of turn that around a little bit?
They need to slow Manchester down in transition, because we have had a couple of quick shots here from Manchester that haven't dropped, but they have got to the rim and they have got those open looks. It was just unlucky not to finish them. I think Brent needs to do a bit of a better job slowing the ball down and boxing out. Box out. Success Odemwingie has to be the best rebounder in this league. Box her out.
And you've got Vanessa Accra, who is a master of the box out.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, Success Odemwingie, 3 rebounds so far in the first 5 minutes or so here. And Ravimbo Chinamasa dishing out 3 assists as well. And for Brent, this is an experienced Brent team as well, isn't it? A bit of a, have some younger players on the bench as well, but players like Vanessa Accra, like Eleanor Bishop, Kate Lee, just experienced players.
For sure. I'm sure this is going to get a little bit closer.
Oh, absolutely. So, ball's in. And Accra on the baseline over to Pusey. And that'll be a shot clock violation again. So 2 possessions in a row there. Manchester able to force the 24-second violation.
Really frustrating there, not having that game clock awareness, but also the bench didn't say anything either.
You want the countdown?
Yeah, let them know.
As Odemwingie takes it all the way to the basket. And Odemwingie up to 4 points now.
I like to see that on Wednesdays as well.
Success Odemwingie, and I say this every week, but she is by far one of the fastest players I've ever seen.
She's rapid.
And a substitution for Brent as Fran Quinn checks in alongside Serena Gudza. And Chloe Andrew in for the Mystics. And for Manchester as well, they're playing without their leading scorer, Kizzy Spence, as a long 3 from Andrew doesn't go, but that shifts the lineup a little bit. Kizzy Spence usually starting, so Coach Rob Fairley's had to change his lineup a little bit.
For sure, and Kizzy does bring a lot of scoring, but she also brings some defensive intensity as well. So it's a big spot to fill, not having your starter, not having your leading scorer. But also when you're playing defense like this, when the whole team commits, your whole 5.
As Odemwingie again, another 2 for Manchester, and the lead's up to 10. And just like we saw there, so defense leads to offense.
For sure. And look at Alex Hernandez there. She is in Goods' shorts. Just noticed the Brent shorts have got pockets in. It is
Have
fantastic,
they?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, we need this. This needs to be league-wide. That's a game changer.
Sick of seeing my teammates put their tissue in their spandex. Or their mouth guard.
That's a game changer. Who designed these Brent shorts? I love that. That's awesome. So Faith Lord will come into the game for Manchester, and Remy Idowu takes a seat.
And with Kanisha White on the bench for Brent, Manchester can afford to go a little bit smaller. But they've opted to go into a zone to try and stop Manchester's inside scoring.
And a big rebound there from Lord. Kicks it out to Perdomo. Leaves it short, but gets her own rebound and drives on the baseline. And again, oh Lord, what a rebound as Andrew finishes the play.
Fantastic there, Manchester staying with it. Chasing down the O boards.
Faith Lord with a bit of a volleyball tip.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a long 2, not a 3 in the corner from Andrew, as it's a 12-point lead for Manchester. Gudza doesn't get it to go. And Manchester really capitalising here on the shots from the corner, as Odom Wingy now up to 8 points for Manchester.
If you want to stop this Mystics team, you have to stop them in transition. They are too quick. Their defense is so good, and they get out in transition so well.
As Gudza drains a 3, and maybe that's going to open the basket up a little bit for Brent.
They certainly needed that.
Manchester up 11. Mabam over to Andrew. Perdomo to Odom Wingy. Odom Wingy driving baseline. And Brent back down the floor. Gudza going to go all the way. It's too strong.
Great follow.
Bami Boye putting in 2 and gets her first points of the game.
Great follow there. That's what Brent need to do. They also need to get out in transition.
Lord stepping inside, and it's picked up by Lee. Gudza pass is knocked away. And Manchester come up with it. But Jade Mabam as well getting a hand in there.
Yeah, both teams struggling to finish up the rim a little bit here.
As Perdomo sinks another.
No problem from the outside.
Yeah, it's that inside game that's not kind of...
I feel it, to be honest. I'm fine with this. It's really hard inside sometimes. It's the depth perception.
Quinn out to Accra. Accra in the corner. Quinn picks it up. 5 seconds. Perdomo has it. 3 seconds. Odom Wingy with 1 second will have to launch from the halfway line. And at the end of the first quarter, it's a 22-10 lead for Manchester over Brent. And they've been led by Success Odom Wingy with 9 points personal so far. Georgia Perdomo adding in 5 points. And for Brent, Eleanor Bishop with 3 points. Saruna Gudza also with 3 points. And Kate Lee with 4 rebounds for Brent. So, like we said, both teams not really able to capitalise inside as much, but Lee is getting those extra chances for Brent.
Yeah, she's doing a really good job. And Brent, that last couple of minutes, they started to... I think they were a bit... I think they didn't want this game to get away from them. You've got to come back. That's that second when you realise, oh no, they're getting away from us. What can we do? How can we attack them now? They got out in transition. They moved the ball well. They've gone into the zone to try and slow Manchester down, and they are making it tough at the rim. Manchester, I know they're hitting from outside, but they're struggling. They're struggling to finish at the basket.
And Brent just had a good little run there, like that last 90 seconds or so.
For sure.
And yeah, so heading into the second quarter, I've lost my train of thought. So heading into the second quarter, so Manchester, a team that have been averaging 65.2 points per game, Brent with 63.3, so quite evenly matched there scoring-wise, but Manchester maybe a higher scoring quarter than we've seen from them the last few games.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, they're on track for an 80-point game, whereas Brent need to really stop them from getting as many easy chances, easy leak outs.
And for Brent as well, so we mentioned Kizzy Spence out for Manchester, but Brent also without their leading scorer in Sophie Calaf today. 13.3 points per game she brings. So again, like we've mentioned, Manchester having to adjust with that starting lineup. It can be a case of Brent have had to adjust without Sophie out there.
Definitely, and we've got Rahana Khalil back into the Mystics lineup. So it's tough for both teams. We've had people in, we've had people out, we've had people on the sidelines for quite a while. Just it's tough to play with different lineups every week. But it's a good testament that when you can fit somebody back in, when they can still feel like they're contributing, when they're still part of the team.
And as a player, can that sometimes be difficult to adjust to? You just got to get used to it, and it's something you've got to learn?
Yeah, definitely. It's always what your role is on that specific team. On some teams, you could be the 35-minute per game guy, or you could be the 3-minute guy. But it's how can you fulfill your role, how can you do it to the best of your ability, and how can you make sure that you're making other people better?
As Andrew for Manchester finds Furtado, double-teamed inside. Ball's out to Mabam. 3 is too strong.
It's a great pass inside by Andrews, though.
And Clancy...
Oh, back like she never left.
Came up against Rahana Khalil, who just takes the ball away. Mabam out to Furtado. Furtado stepping through inside. Oh, what a move from that Furtado.
Oh, great finish. She heard me say they weren't finishing at the rim.
And that's what they need to do. It's coming out of that timeout, the quarter break. And another steal from Rahana Khalil has Andrew up ahead, and she'll take it all the way. And that's the impact, isn't it, that Rahana Khalil has, like instant impact there in the last 90 seconds.
She's just so smart. She anticipates everything. Brent needs to do a better job taking care of the ball because Manchester's defense is great. They've always got hands in the passing lane. Again, we've had another steal. But can they just do a better job taking care of the ball? Can they fake the pass? Because Manchester are going to go for it.
As Andrew gets it to drop, and Chloe Andrew, basket will count, and she'll get a chance at the foul line here for a 3-point play. She didn't want to make it easy.
Just here for the vibes.
So Chloe Andrew, a chance at the free throw line here. Manchester up 18 here in the first half. And Chloe Andrew dropped 33 points against Cardiff in the National Cup. Made 6 threes as she hits the first free throw, and only free throw.
But Manchester on a 7-0 run to start this quarter in only a minute and 35 seconds. Brent need to stem the bleeding a little bit.
As Gudza looks to get the 3, doesn't get it to go, and a foul called on the floor.
I saw the foul, but I didn't see who committed the foul. But that's a great option. Let's get Gudza coming off that screen. She can hit that shot. Let's find. Brent needs to find what they're comfortable in.
Yeah.
And it's going to start to drop.
And if you're getting those looks as well, that's kind of, you're doing the hard part as well, aren't you? Once you can get those looks and get into the decisions that you want.
Scoring's easy, but isn't it?
As Accra steals the ball for Brent. White. And great defense there from Furtado. Just standing her ground. And Furtado at the other end. As Lord picks up the loose ball. Andrew has it. Steps back for 3 and nails it. What an end to a bit of a messy possession there.
That was an incredibly messy possession.
And Faith Lord with a steal at the other end. Mabam out to Andrew. Furtado, Mabam has space. Oh, thought about it. As Gudza picks off the ball. And Brent will just slow things down here.
I thought she was going to pull it then as well, like a Chloe Andrew.
And 2 for Brent. And Charlene Thibault gets herself on the scoreboard.
Good patience there. They needed to get a bucket to feel good about it.
As Mabam. Not that time. T-Bolt down the court for Brent. Out to Gudza. Clancy against Andrew. Clancy working inside. And ball's tipped, and Brent will get another chance here as it's loose. And Manchester coming up with forcing the turnovers. Under the basket, they seem to just be coming up with a steal.
They do. I think Kenesha White unfortunately lost the handle on that one, but Manchester do have a knack of for coming up with every loose ball.
So a substitution for Brent. We'll see Kate Lee and Eleanor Bishop back in, and for Manchester, Vim Chinamasa back out onto the floor as Jade Mabam is at the foul line here for the Mystics. 2 shots to come. And Mabam doesn't get the first.
Nice to see Mabam back playing basketball in Manchester.
It is, isn't it? Spent the last few years in Essex.
Oh,
and second's good. Playing in the Super League for the Essex Rebels. And Manchester with their biggest lead of the game so far. Just over 6 minutes to play in the first half. Gudza, hands off to Bishop. Bishop from the foul line, too strong.
Thought she's unlucky not to get that then.
Yeah, definitely. As Mabam takes it. And 3 quick points there for Jade Mabam. Manchester up to 35 here in the first half. There's Brent looking for an answer. Gudza round to Bishop. Bishop with space for 3. It's short. That's a great box out there under the basket.
It was, but that was a great look for Brent. You know, unlucky not to score that, but a great look for Bishop coming off there, wide open.
And that's a shot she can hit. We've seen her do that. And Eleanor Bishop, the 3rd all-time leader in 3-pointers made in Division 1 when she entered this season. Just behind Chrissy Karpova and Harriet Wellham. Like that's a huge accomplishment.
Yeah, they're not bad players to be behind.
So Brent looking to try and chip into this lead. As Accra goes against Perdomo. Out to Bishop. Gudza 2 seconds. Bishop puts it up. Won't go.
Oh, Brent just panicking now. You know, it's a big lead, but you're not going to get it back in one offense. So,
and Perdomo, not that time, but Hernandez dives in for the rebound. It'll be last touch Manchester though. As Frank Quinn subs in for the Bulls. Yeah, it's a case of just chipping away, isn't it? You've still got a lot of basketball left to play. We've still got 26 minutes.
Something like that, yeah. You know, it is a big lead. It's not that it's not doable coming back from this, but you're not going to get it back in the next 4 minutes. So have patience, get the best look, and stop panicking.
It's Quinn. Oh, a long 3 there from Quinn, and that's exactly what they needed.
That's exactly why Rocky subbed her in.
And coach Rocky Davids in her first year coaching for the Brent Bulls this season. As ball's knocked out of bounds. Good hands there from T-Bolt.
This is what we want. Brent hit a great shot. Now they're playing aggressive defense. Now they're feeling better about it. We hadn't had a score for them for quite a while, so let's try and pick up the pace. Get a bit of confidence back.
As Chinamasa floaters short. And Lord fighting for the rebound. Kicks it out to Perdomo. And Brent again a chance to just cut into this lead. T-Bolt inside. Lee to Gudza for 3. And it's Chinamasa that comes up with the rebound for Manchester. As Perdomo stepping through. Shot rolls off the rim.
It's another good look for Brent. But Manchester getting out, getting the rebound and getting out in transition. Just unlucky for Perdomo not to finish that.
Gudza against Shinamasa. Quinn. And ball will go out of bounds. It will stay Brent possession.
Referees are letting them play today. So, you know, Quinn's doing a great job being aggressive.
As she gets the ball under the basket, can't get it to go. Yeah, Fran Quinn, since she's come on, she's certainly made an impact for Brent.
Yep, she's just forced a turnover as well for Odemwingie.
So the Bulls get the ball back. Looking to finish strong here the last few minutes of the first half. As Hernandez picks off the ball and Alex Hernandez scoops it up and in. I feel like she hung in the air for a while there.
Yeah. I felt like she took her steps from really far back.
And Hernandez with 4 points and 2 steals today. As Quinn and the Bulls looking to answer. Oh, great pass inside, but a foul called.
Really good work there from Quinn, staying composed, because Odemwingie, as we've said, she's a tough defender, but Quinn managed to stay strong, keep a hold of the ball, make a great pass. We just had the foul stopping her from completing it.
Gudza to Lee. Quinn with 7 seconds. Back to Lee. Lee runs into Idowu and Quinn from deep! And Fran Quinn, another big shot for her. And there, Fran Quinn, Kate Lee, 2 players that made the move over from the Cobham Cobras last season, so have that familiarity playing together. As Hernandez hangs in the air.
Oh, Quinn comes up with the rebound again.
And a foul called on the floor. So Brent will have possession. And you feel like the last few possessions, Brent have kind of just got a bit more energy here.
They haven't. It's come from Fran Quinn. Aggressive defense, chasing down the rebounds, hitting some shots. The energy has changed. And it's not quite the bloodbath it was 4 minutes ago.
Quinn with 6 points in 6 minutes, along with 2 rebounds. As she leaves it short, but gets her own rebound. The ball's loose. And Brent have it. Great offensive rebound there.
Yeah, great work from Kanisha White.
Bishop steps back for 3, rolls out. And Alex Hernandez, everywhere on court, just has her fingerprints all over this game.
Bodies everywhere in that possession.
And Manchester whistle for their 3rd foul of the quarter.
It's been quite a physical game so far. I think the referee's reining it back in now. Oh, having a couple of silly fouls, just running into people in the middle of the court.
Gudza working against Hernandez. Gudza stops, spins, puts it up and in. That's great footwork.
Really great. Nice finish by Gudza.
Andrew in the corner has space. It's too strong. As Quinn's there. Bishop calling for it from the foul line, sinks it. And that's going to force a time out for Manchester. And a good run there for Brent.
Definitely.
So a 17-12 quarter for Manchester. Brent outscoring their first quarter performance where they had 10 points. And certainly, as we said, Fran Quinn really orchestrating that run there.
Definitely, but she lifted everyone else up as well. It felt like people were attacking now. They were getting out and running a little bit more. They were louder on defense. That they were trying to be disruptive.
And Manchester with a huge 24 points in the paint to Brent's 6. And putting up a high score here as we head towards half-time. 39 points for the Mystics in the first half.
Yeah, everyone's scoring the ball today, aren't they?
They are. Everyone's getting involved. And leading the way. So it's Fran Quinn leading the way for the Brent Bulls. And for Manchester, it is Success. Chloe Andrew off the bench with 10 points, shooting 66% and has 4 assists as well. And Chloe Andrew, we know, like, how good is it to have players like Chloe Andrew, Jade Mabam coming off the bench and just being that 3-point consistent shooting players.
It is great, and it's great to have local players playing and wanting to play and be a part of this club. I think it's a really a true testament to how much this club means to a lot of people and how much work goes into it.
So back on the floor, final minute of the first half, and it's Manchester possession. Chinamasa to Andrew. Hernandez finds a space to the basket, and Alex Hernandez is just having a game here today. Doing it on both ends of the floor for Manchester. As that'll be the 4th team foul against Manchester. And we'll see Faith Lord check in as Remy Idowu will go to the bench. So it will be Brent possession from the sideline. Ball's into Gudza. White, hands off to Quinn. Quinn finds Bishop, great pass, too strong. Bishop picks it up and another chance for Brent. Quinn on the baseline and Gudza gets the offensive rebound and Brent just not able to capitalise there, but great hustle. As Chinamasa has Perdomo. And Georgia Perdomo now into double figures for Manchester. 5 seconds. Gudza runs into Hernandez. 2 seconds, has to put something up here. Quinn will at the buzzer. And that'll do it for the end of the first half. And a 43-22 lead for the Mystics over Brent. And Manchester having been led by Chloe Andrew and Georgia Perdomo, both on 10 points each. And Fran Quinn for Brent has 6 points. Eleanor Bishop and Serena Gudza with 5 points each. But an incredibly strong offensive performance from Manchester in that first half, Anna.
Oh, incredible, and it's come from defence. This is why this team is so much fun to watch. They are so tenacious defensively. They're so locked in. They do a great job anticipating the passes. You know, you've got your experience with Rahana Khalil, you've got your younger players like Vim Chinamasa, but everybody's playing this collective defence. They're all on the same page, and it's great, and it leads to them getting out and getting points.
And for Brent, we saw them going that little bit of a run there just towards the end of the first half. What do they need to do here coming out of the locker room after half-time?
I think they've been playing a little bit on the back foot, and obviously Manchester came out. They went up quite quickly by quite a lot, so Brent needs to do a better job slowing them down in transition, but also taking care of the ball. Manchester are a good defensive team, but throw some fakes, send them one way. They are gambling for things, but you're also just making the really obvious pass. Can you take a little bit better care of the ball?
And for Brent as well, a team that have been averaging just over 27 points in the paint, just 6 so far in the first half. That's very unusual for them.
For sure. And that's again Manchester's defence. And the referees today, they're letting them be physical. It's great. It's happening on both sides. They're getting into each other, pushing them out, trying to make everything as uncomfortable as possible. But Brent, need to start making some baskets inside.
So, second half's coming up, so we'll see if they can make those adjustments. So we're going to take a quick break for half-time, and we'll be back with you in around 10 minutes' time. Welcome back to the Manchester Basketball Centre here in Whalley Range as we get ready for the second half between the Manchester Mystics and the Brent Bulls. Manchester with a 43-22 lead as we head into the third quarter. And Hannah, we spoke about it just before half-time, but a really strong start for Manchester in the first half.
A really, really strong start. They were getting out and running. They were sharing the ball. They were playing great defence. And I think they just took Brent a little bit by surprise. But all's not lost. It's only 21-point game. Anything can happen.
And we saw Brent go on that little bit of a run just the last few minutes. Fran Quinn really leading the charge. Leading the charge there for the Bulls. Yep. Not on court to start the second half, but we'll see. We'll see what they do. So it's Manchester possession to start things off. And Chinamasa will set things up into Hernandez. Great ball movement there from Manchester as Idowu stops and puts it in.
Lovely finish. Hernandez loves hitting the deck, doesn't she? That girl likes falling over.
I think she takes the lead from Vanessa Acker as well. She sees the ball. She's like, I'm going to go grab that ball. Yes. As Odom Wingy gets the roll eventually. Puts it in and success. Odom Wingy now up to 10 points for Manchester. And Odom Wingy has just been having a great season in Division 1 this year. She's been such an important player out for Manchester. She can score and she's shown us that today, but she does so much defensively and does so much as well that you can't kind of counter. She's the best defender in this league. You need to put her on everybody else's top player, and if the other two teams, and if the teams have to play 4-on-4, that's fine. Because she does such a great job keeping the ball out of people's hands. As Gudza adds in 2 for Brent. Perdomo. Ball's loose, and Perdomo diving on the floor, but Bishop gets there, takes it away for Brent, and Hernandez is there to take it back for Manchester. And Perdomo a high arcing 3. Oh, was it a long? Was it a long 2? Oh. Oh. Yeah. It's a high arcing long 2.
Brent going to want that one back there. We had 2 bodies on the floor. They were diving on it. They were trying to. It just had a little fumble.
Brent looking to respond here as ball is into White. Oh, and it pops out for Brent, but put back in the basket, and Ryan gets her first points of the game. White comes up with a steal, has Gudza up ahead. White will take it, gets the bounce. And a good start here to the second for Brent.
Yes, definitely. They've come out like a team needing to claw back a 21-point lead.
Hernandez out to Odom Wingy. Odom Wingy too strong. Lee has it. But Hernandez is there, finds Idowu under the basket. How many steals does Alex Hernandez have? I feel like she's 4 steals today for Hernandez.
I mean, great work going and getting it, but Brent just gave her that one. They need to do a better job looking after the ball. They're going to look back on some of these and think, should have halved them.
As Hernandez steps through. And Bishop's there to pick it back up for Brent. Gudza. Ryan from the foul line. And Aoife Ryan, 4 quick points for Brent this half. Ryan, another player that made the move over from the Cobham Cobras after playing there last season. As Idowu works against Lee on the baseline. Odom Wingy's there to finish.
A great cut, because it looked like Idowu didn't have anywhere to go with that.
Lee out to Bishop. White steps back for the long 2.
That's a vet move. They've Brent have come out with a bit more attitude this half.
And 10 points for Brent this quarter in just 4.5 minutes. That's a really good start for them as Gudza leads the way for the Bulls. Bishop back out to Gudza. White with space, threes up, off the rim. But Brent moving the ball round as well a bit more. And Perdomo, three doesn't go. Success, Odemwingie has another rebound for Manchester. Hernandez spinning away to the basket, gets her own rebound and finishes. 8 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists and 4 steals for Hernandez.
Brent needs to start getting multiple stops so they can't have a stop, a great score, and then just let Manchester come back and score again. Otherwise, we're just trading buckets and we're not closing this gap.
And that's the thing, isn't it? So Brent doing a good job scoring this quarter, but as you said, you've got to get those stops to be able to capitalise on it.
Well.
So a couple of substitutions here as Vanessa Accra back into the game, and Zaza Bamiboye for Brent.
And that's Success Odemwingie on 3 personal fouls.
So something to watch for there with just under 5 minutes to go here in the third quarter. As the ball's into Accra, and Accra can't finish, but Gudza's there, and Saruna Gudza again just makes another tough shot for Brent.
Didn't give up on that at all.
Andrew, Perdomo calling for it outside the three-point line.
Well, let's see if Brent can capitalise on this. Be patient. Try and get the look you want and not the look Manchester are trying to give you.
That's very important, isn't it, to keep playing your game and not be forced into a difficult shot. As ball's loose under the basket, Odemwingie picks it up.
Got to make that, because that was a great pass, a great find.
Perdomo can't finish, and Brent back down the floor. Brent have numbers, 3 on 2. As Ryan kicks it out to Accra. Shot bounces out. And Chloe Andrew manages to keep the ball alive, gets it over to Odemwingie. As it looks like Andrew's down at one end of the floor, and Mabam will throw the ball out of bounds to allow Andrew to...
Well, she's got a smile on her face, so I'm not worried. Oh, sorry, and she's just run straight into a closed door.
Oh dear.
Oh. I know you didn't see that on camera, but it was very funny. I hope she's okay.
But good sportsmanship there from Jade Mabam to get a teammate, to allow her teammate to get off the floor. And Rahana Khalil back in for Manchester. Mabam, that was a power dribble from Jade Mabam.
Yeah, but good work from Brent Gudza, trying to get back, trying to disrupt, stopping Mabam getting an easy lane down the court.
And Chloe Andrew has returned. She looks like she's okay. She's laughing about it.
I think she's mad about the door being locked.
Bishop pressured by Khalil. Boye inside, and ball goes out of bounds. It will be Manchester possession, and a quick substitution as Georgia Perdomo will come back out onto the floor. So Manchester ball, and Manchester at 53 points here in the third quarter, Hannah. They've been averaging 65.2, so they look well on their way to surpassing that in today's game. As Furtado runs into traffic, and Accra will be called for the foul. It'll be the first team foul against Brent this quarter.
That's really tough for Accra, because I thought she was there. She gave Furtado nowhere to go. and Furtado still thought the best way to the basket was through Accra.
Which isn't going to work.
No. Believe me, I've tried.
Lord with the short jumper, bounces out, gets her own rebound though. And again, kicks it out, but a bit too strong. And Faith Lord does an exceptional job, especially on the offensive glass for Manchester.
Yeah, Brent really needs to put some bodies on them. Put some bodies on Mystics and go after that ball, because they're missing on the putbacks.
Balls into Bami Boye, and she gets fouled, so that will put Brent at the free throw line. So Zaza Bami Boye at the foul line for 2, playing in her first season for Brent, was with the Worcester Wolves last season. 2 points and 2 rebounds so far today, as she doesn't get the first free throw. Had a big 11 rebound game against Ipswich earlier this season. And gets the rebound. Can't finish on the putback, but it's Brent possession as Bishop. Shot spins out, but Bami Boye was that an over the back foul?
Yes, it was. I was just double checking that. It wasn't over the back. Referees letting them play to an extent, just having to call the excess.
So Manchester possession. Perdomo, 3 from downtown. Georgia Perdomo. 15 points today for Perdomo. As a whistle at the other end goes against Manchester, and that'll be their 4th this quarter. So Brent will take it from the end line. Charlene Thibault checks in, and Aoife Ryan heads to the bench. And Ryan with a good run there in the 3rd quarter for the Bulls.
Yeah, really good. Brought some energy.
So Brent to inbound. Bishop. And foul on the shot, so Eleanor Bishop will go to the free throw line.
Both teams here lacking a bit of discipline on the defensive end.
So Manchester pick up the foul, and Eleanor Bishop at the free throw line for Brent. And Bishop playing in her 4th season for the Bulls. Gets the first. Represented Wales at the international level, playing against Malta last year. No, we're in 2026, aren't we? She did that in 2024.
And played everybody's favourite 3x3.
Yeah.
Full half court.
In Cairo. As Khalil will set things up for Manchester. Furtado. Hands off to Perdomo. And Vanessa Accra wants to be Chloe Kelly there.
Yeah, but doing a great job denying Georgia the ball. That's what we need to see from Brent if we're gonna start to cut this gap. Get in the passing lanes. Don't make anything easy for the Mystics.
Just make them have to work for everything.
Yeah.
Lord to Mabam. Mabam inside to Furtado. Furtado runs into the double team, and jump ball is called.
That ball needs to go in. It needs to come straight back out. You don't have the size advantage. You don't have the elevation to be able to get that up over 2 people. It's got to come in, let the defenders sink in, kick it straight back out again. You've got great 3-point shooters on this team.
And there's going to be someone out that's open.
Exactly.
Balls into Bami Boye, stepping round, it rolls off the rim.
Great step through there.
Furtado, over to Mabam. Khalil, final minute of the 3rd quarter. Khalil goes inside, doesn't go, And Brent back down the floor.
No way to treat your elders.
And Khalil there at the other end being chased down and scoops it in for two.
Such a lovely veteran. I'm going to slow this down.
Take my time.
Take a really nice delayed finger roll because I think you're going to block me. No.
Guda out to Bishop. And oh, what a shot from Eleanor Bishop. Perdomo spinning inside and a whistle on the play. So Georgia Perdomo will go to the free throw line. And 13.4 seconds here in the third quarter. So Perdomo leading Manchester in scoring, 15 points personal, along with 2 rebounds. She's hit 3 threes today. Been averaging 10.6 points per game in her first season in Division 1. As she gets the first free throw. And when you have players like Georgia Perdomo, Success Odemwingie, who are playing together at Bucks level at MMU, does that really help build that consistency on court?
I think so, and it helps build that confidence as well because they are the best players in our Northern 1 league.
And Khalil with 2 seconds. Mabam has to put it up. She'll launch it and won't go. Sorry to cut you off, Hannah.
No, it's fine. It's very exciting. It's good for them. They get to play together a lot. They get a lot of reps. The ball is in their hands a lot, so they get to work on things and just generally get a bit more comfortable with each other, a bit more comfortable being a leader on the court. So.
And I think that you definitely see that translate as well, especially throughout the course of the season in the last, from September to now as well. You can see the growth of both of them.
For sure. I think we had Success coming in and maybe didn't think she was going to be the leader, but actually she's done a really good job on our Bucks team of setting the intensity very early on and dragging others with her.
And she seems like a player that would really lead by example as well. So when you've got someone out there that's just doing everything, it sets the tone, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
So at the end of the third quarter, a 59-37 lead for Manchester. It was a 16-15 quarter, so a much closer quarter than we've seen, and Brent's highest scoring quarter of the game so far. So obviously, taking the positives from that, they've improved throughout each quarter, which is what you want to see.
Yeah, definitely. They're much better from them. They matched Manchester's physicality on defense. They were getting to the rim. They were trying to slow the ball down, and they were taking good shots. They had quite a few under the basket where really good moves. We had Bamaboye, really good looks. The ball's just not dropping. So if they can continue this into the fourth, this result is going to look a lot better.
And for Brent as well, so they are playing tomorrow. They've got a back-to-back this weekend. They're going to be playing the Bristol Flyers. They will be at home in Brent, but that's at 3 o'clock, which is less than 24 hours away.
Oh, gross. I could never.
So is it a case as well of it's, you have got a hefty lead to kind of climb up against, but you've also got to focus as well on tomorrow's game and what you can do now in this last quarter that you can take into tomorrow's game?
Definitely. Can you at least finish on a positive? Can you get some confidence? Can you start playing the right way so that you're ready to go straight into that game tomorrow? Because at some point, unless they start chipping away very quickly early on in this fourth quarter, they need to start building on tomorrow.
So back on court for the fourth quarter, 10 more minutes to go, and it's Chinamasa with possession for the Mystics, and Andrew catch and shoot! That was time to perfection.
It really was. It's the last thing Brent needed. They need the three-point shooters from the Mystics team to not get hot. Emily Bishop didn't hit anything with that one, but that's the kind of confidence we need if Brent are going to get back into this game.
And their shots that, we see Brent take Emily Bishop, a great three-point shooter. This is a Brent team that, as Chinamasa drives to the basket, this is a Brent team that are scoring 63 points a game.
Hernandez with another steal.
Andrew kicks it down. Odemwingie High arcing shot, drills it. And Success Odemwingie doing a bit of everything today. Up to 15 points personal, along with 6 rebounds. Alex Hernandez, 8 points, 5 steals and 5 rebounds. And Georgia Perdomo with 16 points. Manchester have really stepped it up.
They have. That is, Manchester stepped that up, but Brent rolled over a little bit in that first 57 seconds. And we're at 5-0. You can't be having turnovers off the inbound pass. They need to start doing a better job taking care of the ball. Sorry, I completely forgot what the word was there. Taking care of the ball, fake it. Somebody take control. Somebody get the ball over safely. Make safe passes.
And can it sometimes be a bit of a case of we know Manchester is a really tough defensive team that we come up against, and they are a very quick team and they like to run. We've seen that. So for Brent, maybe that's not entirely their style. So is it a bit difficult when you come up against a team that is sort of forcing you to play a little bit differently than you'd rather do?
Yeah, they're going to rush you. They're going to make you try and play at their pace, but you need to try and play at your own pace. Don't let them rush you. Don't let them make you throw the wrong pass or not get the look that you want.
So Brent will have possession here from the end line, and it'll be Accra to inbound. And Hernandez again with another steal, saves it into Odemwingie, who puts it in the basket. And that connection between Hernandez and Odemwingie, absolutely unstoppable at the moment.
And the two of them don't play together that often. They're not always. They're normally a sub for each other. Oh, much needed 3 here by Brent.
And that's Eleanor Bishop doing what she does best. Is that Hernandez's 6th steal today? As Chloe Andrew again can't get the bounce that time. As ball will go the way of Brent. I like that look from Andrew at the top, coming off the screen and just turning into the shot.
Yeah, making sure she's got a bit of clearance to get it up. But she's a great shooter.
She is, and she doesn't need that much space as well to get the shot off. As ball's into White, comes up against Idowu.
Oh, great kick out.
Gudza with 5 seconds. Gudza stops, and ball will go out of bounds as the shot clock runs down. So it will be back with Manchester.
Just smothering defense there from Mystics. Oh, shout out to the referees today. We've got Amy Russell and Johnny Vickerstaff. Vickerstaff's just been announced as getting his first ENBL referee call-up.
Oh, fantastic.
Along with fellow Manc in inverted commas, Ingus
Vakovic.
Yeah, struggled there.
He is an honorary Manc, isn't he? As Odemwingie has a clear path to the basket and takes herself up to 19 points.
Manchester just not letting up here.
Putting the pressure on. As Gudza sets things up for Brent. Pass inside to White, swings it round, but it'll go out of bounds.
Oh, just trying to make things a bit difficult there. She had the step through to go up with the left.
So Kate Lee back into the game. And Zaza Bamiboye takes a seat. There's 71-40 Manchester leading here in the 4th quarter. Chinamasa to Andrew. Using the screen from Idowu. Andrew into Idowu. What a pass. And Idowu finishing.
Chloe Andrews' passing is great.
It's fantastic, isn't it? That's her...
Forgive me, Chloe. I thought you were just a shooter.
As Idowu gets the rebound. That's assist number 6 as well for Chloe Andrew. As Chinamasa keeps the ball alive for Manchester. And pulls up too strong. Accra back down the floor. Ball's picked up by Chinamasa. Odin Wingy finds Idowu.
Oh, I thought Remy was going to pull it then.
I did. I would like to see a Remy Idowu 3.
Rem Dog for the 3.
As ball is going to go out of bounds and into the crowd. And Remy Idowu has had a really good run of games recently as well. Last weekend against Kola, 6 points, but a plus 11 in a 3-point win.
Yeah, she's doing a really, really good job. And it's nice to see her be a leader on this team as well. And as we said before, leading by example.
Yes, definitely.
Doing the dirty work, putting your body on the floor.
Yeah, not someone that might not have the most points or rebounds in the game, but it's everything else that she does out on court. And reunited with Chloe Andrew after having played a while ago at the youth level.
Yes.
So,
another nice thing about this club, players are coming back. It's not the same age group constantly. It's people are returning at different phases after they've played elsewhere, after they've stopped playing for a little bit. They're back. They're being a part of the club.
It's really good to see.
It's nice.
And it's the same throughout the age groups as well for the Manchester Magic as well, not just in the Mystics. As ball's out to Bishop.
Oh.
And a long 2 for Eleanor Bishop, up to 13 points along with 6 rebounds.
A great kick out.
As Andrew has space, 3 won't go. As Ryan gets it over to Bishop. Bishop against Hernandez. Lee. Not that time. And Odin Wingy grabs the rebound. And Odin Wingy racing down the court. Great defense there from Bishop, who knocks the ball out of bounds and doesn't commit the foul. Very, what's
a definite block?
Your block, yeah.
I saw you making the motion.
It's not. We're not visual here. So a few substitutions here for Manchester. Rahana Khalil, Nat Furtado, Georgia Perdomo, and Faith Lord into the game. And Serena Gudza takes a seat for Brent as Charlene Thibault comes into the game. So Khalil to inbound. And that'll be a 5-second violation as Manchester not able to get the ball in bounds. Just under 5 minutes to play here in the 4th quarter. Tybo against Khalil, hands off to Accra. 7 seconds on the clock. Bishop. Lee with 2 seconds has to put something up. She will at the buzzer. And Faith Lord takes the rebound. Khalil, ball's loose on the floor, but she keeps it with Manchester. Passing into Furtado, who draws the foul, and Nat Furtado will go to the free throw line for the Mystics. And the Mystics, so next weekend they will be playing against the London Cavaliers in the National Cup in Worcester. That's going to be a really exciting game.
It is. I mean, as we've said, we've been singing Manchester's praises all game, but London Cavaliers have got some serious players on their team. They have.
Janice Monacana.
Yeah, another one of my former teammates. And just, a really fantastic player. And a good egg. She's a nice person too. We'll give her props.
As an offensive foul called. And Nat Furtado taking the charge as ball goes back with Manchester. And the National Cup final will be live on the Basketball England YouTube channel, or you can go down to Worcester if you fancy a trip to Worcester for the weekend. All the action. And then after the National Cup, Manchester's next game is also
London
against
Cavs.
the London Cavs on the
Oh.
31st. So that's interesting because sometimes it's usually you play them before. Like I know Ipswich and Brent played each other before last year. So it'll be a couple of interesting games there.
Yeah.
Perdomo going inside, blocked by Lee. Accra. And ball's knocked out of bounds by Furtado. Good job there from Furtado to stop the break, stop the run. And we'll have a substitution for Brent as Kanisha White checks back in.
Just replacing Vanessa Accra.
So ball's in and kicked out of bounds. So we'll go again. As Ryan will inbound. Back to Ryan. And Bishop's shot doesn't drop.
No, good action for Brent though. Getting Bishop the ball in the corner.
I feel like we've seen more of that in the fourth quarter, more getting Bishop the ball, getting those looks as well.
Yeah, more moving the ball, trying to get the right person in the right place at the right time.
And again, certainly something that they can take into tomorrow's game against Bristol.
Yeah, try and run your actions, get them ingrained in your head, make it second nature.
As Khalil out to Mabam. Mabam finds a path to the basket. Doesn't drop. Lee picks it up. White to Lee. And Lee too strong. Perdomo over to Furtado. Perdomo with space, strings it from outside. And Georgia Perdomo only needs like a split second to get that shot off.
She does, and her confidence has to be high. She's been doing a great job this season.
19 points for Perdomo as Lee and the Bulls look to answer. Shot pops out. And it's Manchester back down the floor.
Just inside 2 minutes now.
And Ryan picks off the pass. He's going to have to wait for a team to catch up. As White over to Lee for the short jumper.
It's a great decision. Really good pass by White.
Because she could have taken it, but saw that Lee's there with a better look.
Yeah. Unselfish. Making the easy pass and making the decision early, because you leave it too late, you're going into the defender. Oh, you're throwing it out of bounds.
So ball will be with Brent, but this is going to be a big win for Manchester here today with just over 90 seconds to play. Up to 77 here in the fourth quarter. Averaging 65.2, and they've really come out firing, haven't they?
They have, and they've done a really good job holding Brent to only 44 points. Both teams averaging mid-60s.
Yep.
Mid-60s, so a really, really good job holding them almost 20 points below that.
Tebow out to Ryan. Ryan. And not that time, a foul under the basket. Was that, or was that because the ball hit the...
No, that was... Oh, yeah, I think that happened before the foul.
So it will be Manchester possession. And Brent picking up full court here as Mabam needs to get it over the halfway line.
So this goes one of two ways for Manchester. Either we go into next week, being unbiased, either they go into next week feeling...
Oh, great pass inside to Furtado from Mabam.
Do they go in feeling confident or do they go in feeling cocky?
That's the...
Yeah, that's it. There's no other way about it.
Ryan, hands off to White. Bishop, three's up. And Khalil takes the rebound. And foul will be called against Brent. That's their third, so Manchester will take it from the sideline. And for Manchester going into the cup final, you know, off the back of a win like this, that's going to give them a big confidence boost.
That's what we want. We want a confidence boost. We want, you know, this is why we won. This is because we played such great defense, because we moved the ball, because the right people got the right shots. How can they now make sure that that's something they're trying to execute next week, and don't let the occasion maybe
become too
become a bit too big, much, or draw focus.
And how good timing is it as well to have Rahana Khalil kind of back with the team? So she has been on the bench. She's been helping Coach Fairley out as an assistant coach as well, but missed some time due to injury.
It's great having her back. She's a coach on court. That's what you want from your veterans. She's gonna tell you. She's gonna tell you, and she wants to win so much. She's such a die-hard competitor. So it's just great to have her on the team, have people learn from her, have her try and make people better.
And her defense as well, setting the tone in that sense, as Manchester now up to 80, and Bishop looking to pass out. Ryan's there. And a foul on the floor. So 13.8 seconds to go. I said whoops because I didn't start the clock. So it just sounded weird. So Brent ball from the end line. They can take the last shot here if they want to set something up. As ball's into White. Bishop. Swings it back to White. Against Furtado. 5 seconds. Thibault to Bishop. 1 second and time will run down. And Manchester with an 80-44 win over the Brent Bulls, led by Success Odemwingie, 19 points, 7 rebounds, 2 steals, and Georgia Perdomo also with 19 points and 3 rebounds. And Chloe Andrew off the bench, adding in 13 points, 7 assists as well. A really impressive performance from the Manchester team as a whole, but in particular as well, leading the way in the absence of Kizzy Spence.
Yeah, they really stepped up. They really filled that gap that Kizzy leaves on the scoring end. Really good work from Manchester today. So hopefully, really hope this, gives them the confidence to go into next week and get that win. And
for Brent, they were led by Eleanor Bishop, 13 points personal, along with 7 rebounds. And Saruna Gudza adding in 9 points and 3 assists. And for them, they will go again tomorrow against the Bristol Flyers. So that fourth quarter there, that's sort of third quarter and start of the fourth quarter. They will put together quite a bit of a run.
They did, but it just wasn't enough, and they couldn't maintain it. Unfortunately, Manchester managed to run away with it again at the end of that fourth. But for Brent now, forget about that game. Move on. Go get Bristol tomorrow. How can you stay positive? You guys have got a long road trip back now. Play a game. Have some fun. Get yourselves back in the right frame of mind to go and get a win again tomorrow.
Because they have all the pieces, don't they? And they have the experience, and they have the...
They do. They took some really good shots today. They got some good looks at the basket. Things just weren't dropping for them. And I think I said it before, but I think they were a little bit taken aback with how aggressive Manchester are defensively.
And how quick they can be as well sometimes. So
just a bit of a regroup.
Yeah, and with head coach Rocky Davids there as well, that's a bright future for the team.
Definitely. Someone with that much experience, that much knowledge around the game, and who's obviously got a really good rapport with the team. So, the future's really bright for Brent.
It certainly is. So Manchester will go again next weekend on Sunday, January the 25th, against the London Cavaliers in the National Cup final. You can watch that game live on the Basketball England YouTube channel, or if you're in Worcester, grab your tickets on basketballengland.com. And then they will be away to the London Cavaliers to end January on the 31st. As we said, Brent go again tomorrow against the Bristol Flyers. So the final score from here in Manchester, the Mystics 80 to the Bulls 44. Manchester moved to 11 wins and 2 losses, holding that top spot in Division 1. So from myself, Kaz Bullock, and from Hannah Shaw, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.